Okay, Pops. Unfortunately, more breaking news. General Motors has announced that next week and the following week, April 4th and April 11th, two Indiana plants that produce their Silverado and GMC Sierras, they're going to be shut down. The parts supply issue, the chip shortage, the war in Ukraine, it's having even more effects on automotive manufacturing than I think we had thought at the beginning of the year.
More woes in the auto industry. Woe is me for GM. Woe is me for Mazda. I think even woe is me for some Volkswagen production. There's just part shortages.
Don't forget, we had a video like a week or so ago after the earthquake in Japan. Mazda is almost like a little time delayed. Toyota shut down 80% of their factories as a result of what had happened with the earthquake. So it's like every automaker is being hit by shortages right now.
It just doesn't seem to end, and it doesn't bode well for consumers because it's further indication that we're not going to see the growth in new vehicle inventories that I think everybody had been hoping for, at least through the first half of the year. Perhaps, and this is just a perhaps in the third quarter, maybe the fourth quarter, if we're lucky, we might be able to catch up a little bit, but we just don't know what all is going to be going on in the world as to whether or not the manufacturers are going to be able to get caught up.
Can we talk a little bit about the magnitude of what we're seeing with General Motors in the sense that it was last year that GM came out. They were one of the first automakers. Ford recently did this, and they started selling vehicles that didn't have all of the features and functionality that you would come to expect. Heated seats, for example, cylinder deactivation, et cetera. And they sold Silverados like that, and they sold Sierras like that.
Yeah.
We're now in a position where they are turning off two of their most profitable vehicles that they produce. The Silverado, from model year 2021 to model year 2022, or the most recent model year change, MSRP has gone up $2,200. That is a very profitable vehicle for them. Yes. So I think the point that I'm trying to make here is the severity of this must be pretty high if you're not taking offline the Chevy Spark. You're taking offline.
Well, the Chevy Spark's probably already offline. The Chevy Trax is probably already limited. You know, they've been trying to direct the chips that they have to their most profitable vehicles, both for them to manufacture and for their dealers to sell. And they've finally reached a point where it's impacted their most profitable vehicles, and they just haven't figured out a way to get caught up chip-wise so that they can have a constant schedule of production as opposed to these interrupted schedules of production.
And so long as there are interrupted schedules of production, it's going to be more of the factory order and wait till you get delivery and things like that. There's very little inventory that's actually on a dealer's lot right now. And this GM news just continues to beat that same drum, that same story that we've been hearing over and over again.
Yeah, we're the negative guys just telling you the truth.
Yeah, I mean, Pops, it's getting so bad. One of the things that we recently launched is on the YAA Car Search. We now tell you what vehicles are in transit, not actually on a dealer's lot. And so I just pulled it up here.
Okay.
You put in Chevy Silverados and GMC Sierra 1500s in transit. Okay, this one's on the dealer's lot. In transit. And the thing is, they say in transit, but we have absolutely no clue when they're actually going to get to the dealer's lot. Plus, they're already spoken for.
More than likely, they're spoken for.
They're already sold.
Yes, more than likely.
So there's no inventory. We're shutting off the two most profitable vehicles for this manufacturer for 2 weeks. Not 2 days, 2 weeks.
Yep.
I wish we had good news to share.
I'm glad I'm not in the market for a truck.
All right, we'll keep you posted on the latest updates on this story and plenty others. It's pretty wild to see what's going on in the market right now, but this is the latest from GM. If we hear more news, of course, we'll share it.
Absolutely. We're on top of it.
Thanks, Pops.
Thank you.